Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Laura Cat. So, yeah. So there you can see their team on the side, and it is pretty interesting looking, pretty illegal as well, so that's always fun. But yeah, we're going to see if we can work with it. So, as you can see, I am using the same team that I've been using the past many games. So, what do I want to lead with here? I think we're going to go with the Drapion this time, actually. So, we'll see how that works out. So, she's going to lead with the Luxray, so that's actually not too bad for the Drapion lead. So I think we're actually just going to go Toxic Spike first, get those set up, hopefully. And so, yeah, we do outspeed. So we're going to get the first layer of Toxic Spikes up, so that is pretty good for us. She's going to go ahead and discharge in return, and that is going to do quite a lot, actually. Take us down by a little less than half, and we get paralyzed, so that actually sucks quite a lot. And then we are going to get some HP back from the Black Sludge, but that is pretty unfortunate for us. So we kind of have a choice to make here. I think what I want to do is actually just go ahead and get the second layer of Toxic Spikes up, so we're going to attempt to do that. She's going to go Thunder now, though, and unfortunately she does hit that. And unfortunately, that is actually going to be enough to take out the Drapion and drop us down to 5. So that kind of sucks, actually. So yeah, definitely not a great start to the game for us, though we do have the entry hazard set up, which is something. So yeah, I think at this point, we're going to go ahead and... Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and come in with the Sceptile, actually. So that's what we're going to do. And so, yeah, I think what we're going to do here is go for a workup. Let's try and get some stat boosts. And actually, she stays in. That's a little bit of a surprise. So we're going to get the workup to get that attack and special attack increase, which is good. She's going to crunch. So that's going to take us down by about a quarter. So that's not too much. So given that, I think we're actually just going to go for the second workup here, because why not? So we're going to get a second workup off to get a second attack and special attack increase. So setting up to do some big damage, hopefully. She's going to go Giga Impact, though. Okay, so that's the final move on this thing's set. And that is going to knock us all the way down to 19 HP in the red, but we do survive. So yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and fire off an Energy Ball at +2 this time around. So will it be enough to get rid of this thing? And yes, it will be enough to one-shot the Luxray and knock her down to 5, so that is pretty nice for us. So unfortunately, we didn't get the Unburden to activate, so that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now she's going to go ahead and come in with the Dialga, and so that is going to get the pressure coming into play. So that is now going to force us to attempt to land a Focus Blast, which is something that I typically never like to do. But yeah, I think we don't really have a choice in this situation, so we're just going to go ahead and go Focus Blast and see what happens. And no, she actually outspeeds us, so we're not even going to get to find out if we can land a Focus Blast. So she goes Fire Blast, and that's going to get rid of the Sceptile and drop us down to 4. So that's not great. So yeah. Now, what do we want to do here? Yeah, it's definitely not good. I think we... What do we want to do here? Yeah, this is actually kind of a tough spot. I think we just have to come in with Regirock, actually. I think that's our best option. So yeah, gonna go ahead and come in with that. And we're going to go ahead and try to drain punch this thing, I think, is the best thing we can do, all things considered. So yeah, she's actually going to go for a switch here, and she's going to come in with the Ninetales. That's definitely a daring move. So she is going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, so that's good. No Drought, that's interesting. And so going to hit this thing with a Drain Punch. So going to take it down by about a third, then it's going to take some damage from the poison, so that's good. So yeah, interesting turn of events here. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and go Stealth Rock. So we're going to go ahead and try to get some more hazards set up. And she's going to go Hyper Beam. Okay, that's interesting. So going to hit us with that. And that is not going to do much of anything. We are max HP. That was even a critical hit, actually. So, wow. Not much damage at all. We're going to go ahead and get the Stealth Rock up in return, which is always good. And then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. And she's going to take some more poison damage. So we know that this thing has to recharge this turn. So not really going to pose an immediate threat. But I think we're actually just going to go ahead and Drain Punch it again. So yeah, it's not going to be able to do anything, as we are going to hit it with another Drain Punch, and from that range that will definitely be enough after we gain the rest of our HP back almost to take out the Ninetales, and that is going to knock her down to 4, I believe, as we do regain the rest of our HP with the leftovers. So that is definitely good news for us. Actually, it could be 5. Kind of forget, actually, so I guess we're going to find out. So we'll see what she wants to do now, and she's going to go ahead and come in with the Groudon. So she is going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes and take the Stealth Rock damage there, which is always good. Then going to get the Drought to turn the Sunlight harsh. So yeah, it is 4, so I was right the first time. Alright, so what do we want to do to this thing is the question. I don't know, actually. I think our best bet might actually be to stay in on this thing. So yeah, I think we're actually just going to stay in and go Earthquake, see how much damage we can get. She is going to outspeed and get the Precipice Blades on us, and wow, that is going to actually knock us right down to the Sturdy, so that is going to hurt quite a bit. We do survive because of it. She is going to take some recoil damage, and then we are going to get an Earthquake on this thing, which is not going to do much of anything, unfortunately. And then we do get some HP back with the leftovers, but unfortunately we just don't, as she takes some more poison damage, have a good switch to this thing. So I think we, at this point, pretty much just have to stay in and let Regirock go down here. So we're just going to click Earthquake again. And so she is going to go Rock Tomb, actually. And from that range, it's not going to matter. That will definitely finish off the Regirock. And that will drop us down to 3, as she does take more Life Orb and poison damage. Just barely surviving that. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and come in with the Azelf here. So, yeah, I think we're actually just going to go ahead and click Psychic. Can't afford to play around with this thing because it is a Groudon. So hopefully we do outspeed. We are max speed investment, and indeed we do. So we're going to hit the Psychic, and that will be enough for sure from that range to get rid of that Groudon and knock her down to 3 as well. And we are going to take some Life Orb recoil damage there. So we will see what she wants to bring in response, and it is going to be the Rayquaza. So fun times. So she's going to take that Stealth Rock damage, so that's good, and then it does have the Airlock, so that is actually going to nullify the effects of the harsh sunlight. So definitely right about now, I wish I could still view that team preview, but I can't, unfortunately. But all the same, I think we're actually just going to go ahead and switch into the Magnezone. We do resist both the stab moves off this thing, so that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And she is going to go Hyper Voice, so that is not going to do too much to us, which is good. So I think we actually just have to go for a Choice Specs Thunderbolt to try and ensure taking this thing out, hopefully. But no, she's going to go for a Fly, so okay, that's another interesting move. So going to miss the Thunderbolt thanks to that. And so yeah, we're kind of right back in the same spot we were last turn, so I think we're just going to go ahead and Thunderbolt again, as she is going to land the Fly here. And we do resist that X4, so not going to do much of anything to us. We are going to land a max special attack Choice Specs Thunderbolt in return, which will be enough to take out the Rayquaza, and that will knock her down to 2 Pokemon. So that is pretty good for us. So now she's going to come back in with the Dialga, and she is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and the pressure is coming into play. So unfortunately, we do already know this thing is packing a fire move. But I don't know if I really want to risk a switch at this point. It's kind of getting down to the wire. Don't really have an extremely safe switch, so I think we just have to stay in here. And unfortunately, just go ahead and click Thunderbolt again. And she does outspeed and go Fire Blast. Doesn't miss, unfortunately, and that is going to take out the Magnezone. Unfortunately, that is going to knock us down to 2. So, it's definitely coming down to the wire here. So what do we want to do here? Yeah, we're definitely running low on options. So I think we have to come in with the Gyarados at this point. So I think what we might have to do, and yeah, I don't know actually what we can really do to this thing, but I think we might have to Dragon Dance, actually. Yeah, I think we just have to Dragon Dance here. So, yeah, we're going to do that and hope for the best. It's definitely coming down to the wire. And so she is going to go Fire Blast again, so she actually might be Choice Locked into the Fire Blast. That's interesting. So she hits that, and we are going to Dragon Dance in return, so we are going to get that +1 attack and speed, so that is pretty important for us. And then we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So unfortunately, I believe the best move we have for this thing is Crunch. I don't want to try to boost up too much, so I think we're going to Crunch this time around. And this thing still outspeeds us. Fire Blast again and actually misses, so probably going to be Choice Scarf there, actually. We go Crunch, does a decent amount, and we get the defense drop, so that's good news for us. So we are also going to get some HP back with the leftovers. So I think we're actually just going to go Crunch again after the defense drop. It might be enough to take this thing out. So she is just going to stay in and keep going Fire Blast. Pretty sure she's Choice Scarf at this point. So it doesn't do too much damage to us. We do get the next Crunch off, and thanks to that defense drop, that is going to be enough to take out the Dialga and drop her down to just 1 Pokemon. And we do get the Moxie activating to increase our attack, and we get more HP back with the leftovers. So Gyarados turning the tides here for us, coming in clutch, which is pretty great. But actually not so fast, because her last Pokemon is, in fact, the Raikou. So that thing is going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes and take the Stealth Rock damage. And so I guess I'm not sure who's going to outspeed who sitting at +1, but I guess we're going to find out. We're just going to click Waterfall. And we do outspeed, actually, at +1 with max speed, and we're going to go Waterfall. And we actually get a critical hit there. I don't believe that mattered. But either way, we're going to take out the Raikou, and that is game. All right, so we're going to win that one 2-0 versus Laura Cat in a pretty competitive, hotly contested game, rather. So that is pretty nice for us. So we're going to go ahead and quit and leave. All right, so pretty intense one there. Turned out pretty well. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is actually going to be the last match that I post with this team. I did have fun using it, and it did turn out very successful all in all. But as is always the case, I am going to be putting it to the side, and starting next time, I will have another brand new team for you guys. So stay tuned for that. That's it, and we'll see you next time.